Alrighty, we are live. Now live on Twitch and live on YouTube. There we go, sweet. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a decent day. Let me get the chat opened up. Beautiful. I gotta open up the YouTube streams as well. I think that they're unlisted. Awesome. I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night wherever you're watching from. It's pretty early in the morning for me. It's like 4 a.m. It's 4:30 in the morning. Real quick, I'm adjusting some things before I get started with the attacks. And yeah, I'm excited for what I have to show you guys today because we have another chance to grab first. Things have been going well for us this week so far. Sweet, and Jerry, hello, it's good to see you. Yeah, I'm just making sure that my streams are live on YouTube because I had some issues with the start of the stream yesterday. Yeah, it looks like we're good. Beautiful. Yeah, the last 5 attacks of this round in the entire group, they're all mine. So I got about a half hour to get through them. It's enough time. I don't want to feel too rushed, but I do have to get started pretty quickly here. And the bases I picked are like relatively simple. And to be honest, I didn't really pick these. I just noticed that a bunch of them were pretty easy for my army. Yeah, bases that are islanded like this are really easy for airspeed. And my plan for this base, honestly, was to send the Duke with an Icebox spell to deal with the spell tower. That was my initial plan, and I like the arrow that I can get here from this wizard tower to get both the sweepers and a couple air defenses. The only issue is that I probably need to bring some freeze to deal with the rage spell tower here. I think that's really going to be the only thing. I was also thinking about doing something crazy, like going for a fireball with the enemy spell tower. Like, I would drop the warden first, and then all he needs is 1 strike on the gold storage, and then ice block, and then a few invis. And then it'll land on the spell tower. I was thinking about that, and I haven't decided yet. I'll be honest. There's a chance I end up doing that. And this base might need some freezes as well to deal with these multi-infernos. But apart from that, I feel like we have another easy 6 triples loaded. Let's see. Alrighty. Yeah, and I gotta show you guys what I did in Legends. I did 320 in 3 accounts. So, and that was with this army right here. With the Duke. And yeah, there's only a few days left of the boosted Duke event, so I kind of want to take advantage of it as much as I can. I did 3 accounts with 320 yesterday, and then a 310, a 309, and a 290, which I did on the stream yesterday. But the 290 I did with a Dragon Rider composition. I think it's potentially better to just use both Dragons and Dragon Riders. The only thing about this base is really just dealing with these right here. Those multi-archers. I feel like I'm gonna end up dropping like 7 drags or 6 drags and 5 Dragon Riders into this area right here. Like directly. And then 3 Dragon Riders and a dragon to clean up in this corner. I feel like that's gonna be the approach. I just obviously can't lose track. And totems to control the long shot. Let's just go for this, honestly. I'm okay with this plan I have because it's gonna be safe to grab the town hall, at the very least. Now the question is that sweeper, is it gonna be an issue? I feel like it's not. Especially with totems. But like putting a totem right here might get some damage onto my army from the fire spitters, so I gotta be careful. I might end up bringing 2 zaps, I'm not too sure yet. I could also try to get an angle with the arrow to grab the sweeper, but that's actually quite difficult. I was feeling like I may not need overgrowth if this goes the way that I have in my head, but I still think it's better safe than sorry to bring that overgrowth, so let's just go for this. I'm probably just gonna distract the sweeper with totems. That's probably how that's gonna go. Not a fan how this is going so far, I'll be honest. This is looking pretty rough. The Duke is gonna do some work though, I think. I think that's what I have going for me right here. I've got Phoenix and I've got the Duke full health. I think we should be good here. Definitely closer than I'd like. This could have failed in Legends. But yeah, swag Duke ability. That was close, kind of. I just don't like the plan I had for the sweeper. That sweeper ended up doing a little bit of damage. But I don't know. I was thinking it was just better to bring overgrowth to control the damage rather than to just deal with a sweeper. Let's see, number 8 now. Yeah, my plan for this base here is to grab these air defenses and the sweepers. I don't think I'll get both actually from this angle that I have here. I'm probably gonna just end up getting one sweeper. And honestly, I should just have faith in this army, how it's working. What's your Duke level without boost? It's not max. I have them all like level 4 on all my accounts. Right before Clan War League started, I ran some builder potions and used the Goblin Builder to get the Duke up just a few levels. But I'm not going to put him down again until the boosted Duke event is over. However, I do think that at level 4 he's still worth running on defense. I have him on all of my Clan War League bases, running on defense. I'm trying to think of where I would use Overgrowth on this base. Like, if everything goes how I imagine it'll go in my head, I feel like I won't even need the Overgrowth. It might just be better to bring a couple freezes instead, especially to deal with the Rage multis. Those things are kind of annoying. Let's do that. That 1080p is crisp, I know, right? I fixed I had my screen was like washed over yesterday. I didn't really even notice it until someone commented on it, and then I looked into it and I found out it was because I had high dynamic range enabled. That needed to be disabled. Pretty simple fix. Honestly, I'm just proud about the overlay. It looks way better than what I was using before. Like in all my streams from last year. Okay. I think that freezes are good for this base. Let's go for this. Now, like, the worst case scenario is if everything goes absolutely wrong and I get a 1-star. It's like the worst case, but I doubt that happens. And the nice thing is here that I got both sweepers as well as a couple air defenses. That was really nice. I'm gonna start the Duke up here. I think that the Queen does reach the Inferno. She does, so I'm not too worried about that. It looks like I'm gonna have plenty of swag here. Just gotta watch that monolith. Just like that. I've got a couple swag hero abilities, as far as I can see. Nice and easy. And that's what I'm saying, is that these bases are just weak to air. These islanded bases. How's the Duke over RC going? It's amazing, bro. Doing a great job. Emila, hello. Yeah, I'll show you guys this offense. This is from yesterday as well. I did 320 on Doom, Fear, and I think Havoc. And Rage did 310. Or maybe it was Rage that did 320 and Havoc did 310. It was one of those. Yeah, the Duke is just doing some insane work right now. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the fact that I'm relying so much on the Duke, because once this event is done in 2 days, 19 hours, the boosted Duke event, I'm probably going to have him on upgrade for a while. Yeah, this was 310. And I think those 2 triples I did just now put us back in second place. Okay. We'll be in first after a couple more triples. A couple more good hits. Now here's where I have to get rid of some totems. I need to bring freezes instead of totems. I also need an icebox bell. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go back to that base because I'm still 50-50 about what exactly I want to do. If these other attacks don't go well, then I'm gonna change my plan on that base and go for something a little more careful. You know what would be a good idea here is bring in a double quick, because my arrow is supposed to go through the raised spell tower. So I think that bringing a double quake is not a bad idea. For this base, I don't know if I want to ditch overgrowth. I might. Not 100% sure, but a double quake to get rid of that rage tower would, I think, alleviate a lot of my issues that I could run into. Let's get rid of the overgrowth. It feels a little risky, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, let's go for this. I get both sweepers as well as the raised spell tower. That was the primary target after all. Send the Duke. Now the Prince going towards the core is really the biggest thing helping me right now. And there's a nice orb. Here's a good stun ability. And I think we should be good to go here. It's just absolutely wiped. Nice and easy. I will say this feels a little slow to compared to what I was using before. Really, the only difference is I'm bringing the Duke. What I had before was just this. The RC just moves so fast. But that's only if you care about how fast your attacks are going. There's no tiebreakers in this game for time, unless you're in esports. Crushed, I know, right? Oh yeah, and here's another 320. It's the third one I did yesterday. Number 15. Now if I triple this, I'm just going to use air spam on the last base. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to triple this as well. The arrow is going to go through this workshop to grab these two air defenses. It's actually asymmetrical. So I was in my mind trying to decide which side to drop the queen, and so I'm going to drop her on this side because I feel like this pathing is a little more ideal for the siege barracks troops, and then the duke can just take care of the king on this side. That's kind of my whole idea for this base, and then just drags up the middle as usual. If I use overgrowth, I was going to say it'll likely end up being over this backside, but there's really not much here. I almost feel like it's better to bring freezes to deal with the monolith and the multi-inferno, because totems will stop only the monolith. Let's do that. 320 in Legends is crazy. Yeah, getting 320 once is crazy, but getting it 3 times is... I don't know if I've ever done that before in this new system that we have. It just goes to show how strong the Duke is. Alright. How much time is left? Probably not much. 18 minutes. That's enough for me. The early healing tome is really going to help me at least get through the multi and the long shot. I just have to deal with a couple poison towers. Okay, let's go for this. Can you share your CWL bases? I will. And it looks like my YouTube chat is all showing up double again. I thought I fixed that, but I guess I didn't. So that's something I'll address after the stream once again. Uh-oh. Yeah, I knew that she was gonna target the hero hall first, which I don't think is terrible. It's just I kind of wanted her to go directly for the workshop. But that arrow sets up the Duke nicely, so I'm happy with that so far. This monolith is being as much of a nuisance as I predicted it would be. And now my prince is under Phoenix, which is not good. Not ideal. I still think I have this under control. I'm just gonna wait until everything gets a little closer. Like now is good for those totems. It's already looking pretty destroyed. I still have the queen alive. I didn't realize she was still up. So here's the swag freeze. Why would he share CWL bases mid clan war leagues? I have them, so I don't mind sharing them. As long as you're not in my group, obviously. And BSK, hello, what's going on? It's good to see you. This wins the war for us, and it also puts us in first place, and I still have an attack to do, which is really nice. Now I guess the question is what I want to do for this base. Something tells me that the simplest plan is actually the fireball. I could go for some kind of Duke with the ice block tech. However, I don't know. He does have that fire heart, which is going to help him while he's under ice block. Can I know where you are from? I'm in Vegas right now. I'm in the US. It's really early in the morning for me. It's like 5 a.m. Oh, what is this? That's my home clan. We're running Side Wars. Okay, you bought gold pass? I buy gold passes every month. I think that they're a nice value. And of course we just had the gold pass rework and it's looking really good. You're from India? That's cool. We have a lot of clanmates from India. What I'm thinking is that the Prince ability is what's gonna really help me get through this raid shower. That's what I'm thinking. But I still want to swap a couple spells. 2 freezes. Or maybe like, let me see. You've subbed, that's awesome. I appreciate you subscribing. Can you show me the progress bar you want to know for the gold pass? I didn't do today's cards. So I think with today's cards, I'll end up with a little bit of a shorter request timer reduction. Shorter request timer. This 80% will come at the end of Clan War Leaks, I'm pretty sure. And there's also 90% later in the track. I'm just a starter and I want to know. Yeah, this is definitely far from starting where I'm at right now. I would say that gold passes for you will be worth it when you get into like Town Hall 13, 14, because everything up until then is pretty short. I think 2 freezes are gonna be good. And we can replace the totems. I don't mind replacing those. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. And it's purely for pathing's sake, as well as the fact that I can't exactly predict the Duke's pathing with the jelly here. I'm gonna put the jelly on the Prince and the Phoenix on the Duke. I think that's fine for this base. Oh, I do need I almost forgot I need this icebox spell. That would have been kind of painful to forget. Thanks a lot. Yeah, you're welcome. Cool. Yeah, this arrow is gonna be hopefully good enough to get me a triple here. Okay. So first, let's just do like this. It's a nice arrow. Everything is going as I had in my mind, which is nice. Nice to see that so far. guess it's just a matter of time now before the base is just completely gone. I still have a Duke ability. It's finished. Very nice, Bhujia's clan. Hello. What's going on? It's good to see you here. How fast is this going to be? Is this going to be under 80 seconds? I think it is. It's 81 seconds. 82. 82 seconds is the final. Check Discord when you get a minute. I will. I'll probably end up checking after the stream. And so that's another nice day done for us. First in this group. Pretty nice day. Anyway, I'm ready to chill now and just hang out with you guys and do Legends. I'm gonna check Discord real quick. Another 6 out of 6 too easy. Yeah, I did 5 just now. The 6th one was in yesterday's stream. Oh man, I see what you're showing me here. You guys are actually scoring better than us. But you got hooked on day 2. That's crazy. And that's just champ 2, bro. That's crazy. You lost by 1%. That's really unfortunate. I gotta say, really unfortunate. I'm sending you some bases right now. And if anyone else is watching and interested here, I'll drop my Discord username in the stream chat. I don't mind sharing some bases to you guys. Where are we now? In day 4, I'll probably end up picking bases first. Just gonna wait for that. Sweet. I'm ready to show you guys some Legends now. And this was from yesterday I had a top 700 reset, and then I did 309 and minus 242 on defense. So I got boosted back into the top 300. I think I was around 250 for reset. So I'm probably going to start my hits on another account first. Kind of as a warm-up, if that makes sense. What do you guys think of this new scenery? I gotta say, I think this is one of my favorites. Especially for this account, it goes well with the name. What do you think about number 2 in CWL? What are you talking about, number 2? In our clan? It's funny you asked me that. It just feels a little random. I have to go wherever you're talking about if you actually want me to look at a base. Leaderboard? You mean this clan, Angelic Remnant? The only good thing they have going for them is they have Yada on their team. That's really the only good thing they have going for them. And actually, it was funny because a couple days before the Clan War League started, I saw Yada's post on X that he was looking for a clan to play in. and then we found them. I thought that was quite the coincidence. However, I don't think that they're attacking very well. Like, they're doing some 1-stars. They have an 18 win streak, which means they'll at least hit like 50%, at least. The only clan which I was actually kind of worried about was this one, and we defeated them on day 1. I think that we got our toughest opponents out of the way, which is nice. You don't often get it like that. I feel like more often than not you end up getting it with where your decider is on the last day rather than on the first. You guys got it either way. I hope so. I mean, I'm not missing, Faizy's not missing. It's just the others. I feel like they feel less sure of themselves because they have fewer attacks. You know what I'm saying? And when you do run fewer hits like that, oh, this is Jaga. This guy's definitely legit. Jaga. Alright. My plan is a little bit degenerate. I'm just gonna set up a spam. A nice arrow. I missed the backside sweeper, but it's fine. Oh no. What is happening over here? Do I have this? I think I have this. Actually. This is looking pretty solid. I'm trying to separate... I accidentally covered the Rage Shower in Overgrowth. That's a bit of a mistake. I needed to leave the Rage Tower alone. However, if this Monolith goes down, I have a good chance. And the Multi-Inferno, I want that to go down as well. Yeah, it looks like we got it. This is definitely an anti-air spam base. The way that it's set up, very compact and double rage setup. But I managed to get it pretty easily. Very nice. I think I'm going to end up going through 2 or 3 accounts and legends for you guys. You guys will see how, hopefully, how yesterday went. So long as the consistency continues. Yesterday was probably my most insane day. Okay, this base. I'm personally not a fan of it because it's actually kind of a good base. I could see myself getting cooked this time. Let's just start with this here. And then this. And the arrow is supposed to go through that backside sweeper. And it does, which is nice. Off to a good start. Gonna start some totems. And the Duke, I believe, will end up going in this top corner. Like this. I'm not sure I got this 100% right, but we're rolling with it now. The biggest issue right now is that long shot. He's raged, so he might do some damage. And I have nothing going for the Town Hall right now. Like, literally nothing. So hopefully I've got the firepower from the Duke to grab this. Hopefully. And the Phoenix. And now the Duke is boosted, so we should be good. Another easy triple. This base, when I was using the RC, was really difficult. This angle is not the most consistent approach. But with the Duke, obviously, it's crushed. Just gotta wait for troops. Let's see, we should have day 4 started. This will be a good base for me, especially if I can isolate the Infernos from the raise spell tower. That one should be an easy triple. And here's this base that I was gonna say I just tripled this, but actually it's a little different. It's tweaked. It's a little different. Base looks interesting. It's asymmetrical. I noticed that asymmetrical bases are really trending right now. And I think it's because builders want their bases to be a little tougher to read. When there's symmetry, you only have to read like half of the base. This base, I'm pretty sure we got it on day 1 or something. There's a good arrow here. These guys do have legit bases. I wouldn't call any of these like freebies like we had in day 3. There were definitely some freebies there. This looks like a good base for me. These sweepers are a little complicated. I'll say that. But an entry with the dragons into this area looks pretty strong. Especially going behind the speeders. Someone just has to use fireball in this, right? I don't think there's any better way. It's hard to choose right now, I'll be honest. I think these guys set some good bases against us. I'll flag this one. What else? Let's go back. This clan looks good. I'll be honest, I've been putting up decent stars against other clans, but I think they lost a war already. They lost 2 wars. I'll flag this one too. Number 2. Okay, I'll flag a couple more after some legends hits, just in case I see any of their bases. Just in case. Now this base is definitely complicated for airspan. I've ran into a lot of issues with this base because of the fire spitters and just this whole ring of defenses that goes around like this. It's actually kind of difficult to deal with. So let's just do this. This is kind of my typical approach into this base, and of course I missed the arrow. It's off to a good start. But let's do this here. And then send the Duke. And see, I'm not a fan of how I have sweepers I'm dealing with over here. This overgrowth can go here. Oh, I forgot to drop the prince. It's quite a silly mistake. That might end up costing me. We're not looking really that great here. Like, I still have the prince and his phoenix, which I guess that's kind of going for me. But the duke is... if the duke can grab the revenge tower, I think I'm good. Yeah, it looks like I got this one. Another kind of close one. You hate sceneries like this? Yeah. A lot of people were saying that the scenery was pay to win. And actually it's different from when we first got it, because these outlines that you see around the buildings used to be much brighter. And so it made it even harder to read the bases. Well, this one will go through, thankfully. And so far, no misses yet in this entire stream. Been streaming now about 45 minutes. Let's continue looking at their bases. Way too close for comfort. I mean, for a spam, it's doing a pretty good job. Let's see. A fireball on this fire spitter looks good because it gets both spell towers and the clan castle. You could easily get there with the angry jelly, I think. And a couple rocket loons. I guess a good follow-up would probably look like going into the town hall with something like meteor golems. Yeah, the reason I'm liking meteor golems a lot lately is because they don't need jump spells like E-Titans and witches do, super witches, and they target the prince and the duke. I think that meteor golems, even despite the fact they just got nerfed, they're still a pretty solid choice. This base could be tricky for an airspan. There's good potential for sending the duke into this corner, but if the pathing isn't great, then he could end up just meeting my army. And, looks like one of my bases is under attack. See how this goes. This is thrower spam. Mass totems with the raise gem, life gem. I'm not exactly, I don't have, oh, I do have traps set up, I think, for mass throwers, but it looks like that he managed to absorb them all with the Warden Charge. He's already used a few totems. He's got to pull everything. He didn't really finish a funnel, did he? And he just dropped all his throwers. Right there. I don't know what he was thinking. He probably knows he's screwed now. Thanks to that. His fox just died. Frankly, I'll be annoyed if this triples. But I think he can recover 2 stars still. Warden goes down. He's got Queen ability active right now. Yeah, he's got 2 stars. Because I'm pretty sure that whatever is in the... yeah, whatever's in the log launcher obviously will get the town hall. But it is a nice defense. And it's funny because I always say after attacks like that, we have the defense we need to win the war. Anyway, let's go for another ranked hit. Let's see. Okay. I can't exactly read any good approach, but this will have to do, I think. And I missed the sweeper, which is not that great. I think that I'm just gonna go full send over here and be really patient with the Duke. This might be a totally messed up approach. Totally. Especially if I can't go to good Prince ability over here. This might be really bad. But there's a nice Duke ability. And a nice Prince ability that finishes the base. Another triple done. Balder. I think that's a reference to God of War, right? There was somebody named Balder as far as I remember. Or at least a reference to Norse mythology, is that right? This army is crazy strong, it's insane. This is what I was using before, except I used the RC like this. And I gotta be honest, with the RC, my success with this army wasn't that great. The Duke definitely brings this army like way to another level. Let's see. There's some other attacks done by the other clans already. I don't think that I've had a champ 1 go this smooth in a while. That guy that got the worst split ever, it was honestly like not even a good approach. Like what he needed to do was to finish at least the multi-inferno with the Warden charge. I'm not exactly sure what he was planning because yeah, like I mean, there's no question what the mistake was, but I don't know how he, in his mind, expected that to go. Because even if the warden with the healers ended up following the throwers, then his king and queen would have gotten wrecked, and they wouldn't have gotten too much value, I think. We have another defense going right now, but it's from Genesis. I don't want to expose his base in case that he doesn't get a chance to change it tomorrow. But another one of my bases is being hit right now. This one. This is a base I ran on day 1 and day 2. And it ended up defending the Chinese team as well. I do think that with throwers, as long as he gets a good pathing into the core, he should get this pretty easily. Because throwers tend to handle rage towers like pretty well. Because of their range, they get a good distance and they're only being targeted by one rage defense at a time. So as long as he doesn't completely miss the funnel, like where he dropped the throwers makes me think that there's a chance they go completely around. This might be another defense. He dropped his king and queen over here as a counter funnel, but it might have been too late. There's a chance. Especially where he dropped the throwers. They're just continuing to walk around. And he sent his RC to go into the core. With the Phoenix, she should get some work done. And yeah, I think this goes through for him. Maybe the Revenge Tower stops him, but he still has spells. And there's the Phoenix. Yeah, I don't know. The Revenge Tower is still 50-50. There's no good plan. Bro, can I come to your clan and copy Doom space? Yeah, for sure. We're open right now. It's I'll show you the clan page. But yeah, I'm not sure how he got the Revenge Tower. I think these throwers managed to reach the Revenge Tower. So he should be able to finish this now. With the Queen ability, it looks like he has time. Yeah, that's 3 stars. And it looks like Genesis got a 1-star defense, which is really nice. This is another one of my bases. Yeah, our defense has been going insane this week, I'll be honest. Nice fireball. Great job, bro. Any recalls? He's cooked. This might even be another 1-star defense. OP fireball. Man, I hate making fun of people missing the fireball, but that is just too good for us, isn't it? I'm not sure how far his warden will go. But yeah, that Super Yeti's gonna grab the Town Hall, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. He might recover this. Or maybe it's a time fail. can totally see it being like a time fill. Yeah, he popped a rage because he knows he's short on time. All things considered, this was a pretty solid recovery. He needed just a couple more boosts to grab this multi-inferno, and then he would have a solid shot. Nice try, bro. 95%. They have 8 stars done in 4 hits. Okay, let's keep going with the Legend League. Let's see. Oh, now this base looks quite interesting. I like to say that islanded bases like this are kind of weak, but this one looks properly set up. I'm probably gonna shoot an arrow to go through the sweepers. Let's do that. And that does get both sweepers. Very nice. Now, really the trick here is to sustain this rage tower damage. Drop the Duke. We're looking pretty solid so far, actually, how this is going. But I am going to put overgrowth here. And a nice Prince ability. Now I think that the Duke is going to get forced to his ability, which is a little unfortunate. Just from an air defense to get forced to ability is not ideal, but it's okay. It's enough to finish the base, thankfully. And so far, no misses. Been streaming an hour now, and there's not a single miss done with this composition. Still looking good. And look at this Lava Hound doing absolutely nothing. GG, thank you, bro. Another easy one. Let's go for another one. Now this base. This is definitely anti-air spam. Most definitely. Now, I guess the question is how I'm going to, like, what my plan is for the Rage Multi-Infernos. I think that I'm probably going to end up just using Overgrowth, like over here. This is really kind of a strong base against my army. So if I triple this, then great, but I can't say I'll be surprised if I fail. Drop the Duke. I want him to take care of business real fast. Especially with a nice stun right there. That's an insane stun blaster. Like, absolutely insane. And I think this finishes the base. I think. I hope. But I don't know. It's undecided right now. It might actually defend. Because now my Duke is dead. I have Phoenix and Meteor still going. And yeah, my Prince just got sniped by a bunch of black air bombs. Now, if the dragons can handle the multi-gear, then it's another triple, thankfully, but this is definitely an anti-air spam base. If I saw this in war, I would leave it for somebody else, literally. And, nice. Where are we now? We're still on track for 320. Couple hits left. Close, yeah, I know. There's a lot of hits that go pretty close. I'm gonna have to flag some more bases soon. It might be good to go for this one. Especially because I can put an overgrowth back here. I think I'm gonna go for this. There's a good potential for skeleton on that monolith. Especially starting everything over here into the poison tower. I think I'm gonna go for this. Now the only real question mark is how I'm gonna end up dealing with this area. I feel like totems and potentially another skeleton spell would be good. So let's flag this one. What base was that? Was that number 5? Yeah, I really like the fact that the meta has shifted towards asymmetrical bases because those are generally pretty easy for air spam. Okay. This is a base I already tripled, right? You guys saw that? As long as I don't miss the arrow this time. Which even if I did miss this sweeper, it wouldn't matter because I'm sending everything behind it. It's just a matter of dealing with this other sweeper. The other sweeper is always kind of an issue. And thankfully this time I do not miss the arrow. I managed to grab the air defense. Which essentially gives me better pathing into the nice Duke ability there. That's sarcasm, by the way. It was a forced Duke ability, which is not good. I still have Prince ability as well, so we're looking okay. So long as the orb does alright, and it kind of does. Just gotta be careful now about air defenses. Make sure that they don't target any of my air heroes. Just like that. That should be another triple done. And now I'm one hit away from 320 here. And Luca, thanks for following, bro. I appreciate you. Another easy triple. Still no misses yet in the stream. hopefully we continue to defend like this throughout the week. We've just been going insane. And I think that right now, defense is working as well as it is simply because of the constant meta shifting. Like, even just a couple months ago, if you were using this army, you probably weren't going to triple much. Yeah, I just donated myself, and none of the troops went through. So I'm going to switch around a little bit. Hopefully get those troops when I switch back. Still didn't get those troops. Or am I just crazy and I didn't request again? I thought I requested. I'm about to send another request. Alright, let's hope this triples. A triple here would be really nice. This base again. This one is slightly different from the one that I just hit. However, I still think that most of what I'm about to do is going to be like the same. Most of it. For example, a dragon here to start a funnel. Siege barracks, queen with the arrow, but I don't want to miss the arrow. I got it, thankfully. The angle is pretty solid. That healing tome was a little early, but it's fine. This army generally tends to do alright with early healing tome. Now I'm going to put overgrowth right there, and then drop the Duke. And hopefully this gets me through. I've lost my... No, I didn't lose anything important just yet. But yeah, this is not going well. This might fail. This will fail, will it? Yeah. Well... let's see what the Duke can do. I think there's still potential for him to get some good work done. Especially with the Fireheart ability. Like, I think that a triple is off the boards now. But... let's just see here. Hopefully no air traps as well. Even though they don't really do a whole lot to them, do they? But yeah, I think I'm cooked. 1 star. Bummer. Yeah, I really needed the Prince ability to go to the Rage Shower. That's what I really needed. 294. It's consistent with yesterday. 290 and then 294. As long as I get an appropriate defense today, it'll be okay. This reset should be somewhere close on the top 1,000. Close by. Yeah, right now on top 1,000. But yeah, that was my only fail so far in the stream. What else? More defense happening, and it's on my base. Let's watch this. This is looking pretty clean. He's gonna get me. Throwers and meteor golems with the Duke. And 2 Swagavists. Good job, bro. Good job. Okay. I will show you guys now. Let's see when. Yeah, I'll show you guys Chaos now. I'm gonna go for Legends on this account. This was from a top 300 reset. I think it was around rank 250, and unfortunately defense isn't going well, but let's just check where the rank is. Oh, that's... I have to do some hits to get an exact representation of where my rank is. Now, this base is pretty solid. I do think that this has a chance to defend me. However, my plan is to shoot one sweeper with the arrow from this side and then to cover the other one with overgrowth, especially to separate the multi-inferno from the rage shower. That's kind of my plan. This base has done a good job previously of defending me. I just want to be a little careful. And of course I missed the arrow. Off to a lovely start. And I mixed my pets up from my Clan War League attack. It looks like that I'm running the jelly on the prince, which is a mistake. I don't think for Legends that is ideal. There's an overgrowth. There's a troll Tesla there, but I have nothing which can go there yet. Yeah, missing that sweeper is just so bad. A Dragon Rider grabbed the Tesla, which is good for me. This might triple, but it's depending on what the Duke can get with the Phoenix, mainly. Because I should be running Phoenix on the Prince. But I think I got him. So far, a good first hit. Let's fix that. Another good option, if you guys are looking for something different, especially when the boosted Duke event is over, is something like this. The Gauntlet and the Stick Horse with the King Angry Jelly. This is doing a good job as a 4th hero for this army. However, I still think that the Duke is the best choice. Most people do, right? Let's go for this. This looks like one of the bases from Clan War League. So if this goes well, then I might just flag that base. If this goes well. I guess mainly what I'm worried about is just how I'm going to deal with these sweepers. Alright, let's try this. And that gets both sweepers. That's very nice, actually. I wasn't expecting to get both there. Duke. I guess the question is now where I'm going to use Overgrowth. I feel like there is good. I have one Rage Multi-Inferno, which is not fun. That thing's going to do some damage. I wish I had some better cooperation from my prince. I don't think I have what I need from him to get this. Or I might. One more totem. And a prince ability. It looks like I got this pretty easily. Pretty easy. And this is from top 250 on the reset. I need to do about 4 or 5 more hits just to see where I reset. Let's check which one of these guys had that base. Yeah, it was this one, right? I gotta say, I think I was a little lucky with the arrow, but from what I saw in that last hit, as long as I get this sweeper on the left side, I should be okay. And I think that's actually pretty easy to manage. So I'll flag that base. What is that, number 4? So now how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 bases flagged. Let's go. Now this base. I hate this base, honestly. It's done a great job against me, especially when I was running the RC. Especially with a clan castle on the backside, I might be in trouble here. This base does good against air. I see a good overgrowth. So if that works, then that's fantastic. I can't say for sure just yet. And, but that's a nice arrow. Let's get both of those there. Start the Duke now. I don't have the funnel I wanted. Like, the prince is not going to get the ability I was looking for from him, which could be bad. I can't say for sure right now, but it's definitely not looking too hot for me just yet. I think with Phoenix I get this. Oh wow, my orb just got forced completely the wrong way. So now there's definitely a chance I fail here. And not just fail, but like with 1 star. Ah, lovely. Lovely. Long shot. Where's my furnace, bro? Do I have him still? Wow, that is close. That is way close for comfort. But I got him. Wow. Well. I'm glad that went as well as I hoped. Almost. Almost. Let's see, I'm just wondering, is the chat working? Because the last message I have from you guys is from a little bit ago now. There's a chance that, I just don't have anybody watching, and that's fine. Really don't care. Wait and send another request. Honestly, this base looks good for me, because from this elixir collector, I'm pretty sure I can get the sweepers and these air defenses. So, an overgrowth to cover like this would be really good. Or even this multi-inferno there. And especially here, sending the Duke would be really nice, because the Queen's going to pull the Duke closer. And if he gets forced to an ability, then he'll still get good value there. Let's see. Chat's working, that's good. Just making sure. This is a base we failed, I think, yesterday. I have an idea for how I'm gonna get it. This arrow is supposed to go through both sweepers, so hopefully that I nail that. Hopefully. So I'm gonna have to send it at some kind of an angle. Like that. That gets the sweepers. Very nice. Now, this is where I'm not 100% sure just yet. Is this right here? I think that there can be some complications here for the Duke, especially if the monolith targets him. So I'm just gonna keep an eye. And where's my prince? He's there. That's a good order. I'll take that. And my Duke ability was forced there. Definitely forced. It looks like I got this. I'm waiting for the overgrowth here. Just like that. Another easy triple done. This is a base we failed yesterday, so definitely gonna show this replay off. Still on track for 320 here. This is that base. This angle for the giant arrow is a little hard to spot. I managed to get it from this elixir collector. If you were to drop the queen like all the way in the corner, then it would miss the sweepers. So you have to drop her at an angle. at the correct angle. He used a totem here to grab the king. And an E-drag. Yeah, and then his plan here is to go behind the sweepers. It makes sense, but see how he didn't get the same arrow? But yeah, this monolith did some damage to him. He lost the giant early and probably both those P.E.K.K.A.s. Which, as soon as the giant and the P.E.K.K.A.s are gone, then the rest of the siege barracks troops are pretty much left to die there. But yeah, that warden ability is not great either. The only way I think this could have worked is if he did a bit of a quicker corner funnel here and force more of his E-drags to go into the core. I think he mentioned that. But so far this week, that's one of our only fails. After a total of 45 hits we've done so far, we failed 4. But 1 was a 1-star, so we lost just an extra star there. Okay, this base. Now this base looks pretty solid because of the raised shower covering all 3 multi-infernos. I'll say that's a little scary, but if I can get a good Prince ability or even just a good overgrowth, okay. I'm starting the queen over here to get the sweeper and the air defense on that side. I'm gonna start the Duke. And then here is my plan for the overgrowth, is right there. So now the effect of the rage spell tower doesn't affect either of those multi-infernos that I put under overgrowth, so this should be a pretty solid setup. And a nice orb there as well. I guess the question now is if the Duke is going to be able to handle the rest of it. His auto ability there. Now, the rest is just up to Phoenix. The Prince just got hit by a black airbomb, so we got him. Another easy triple. One of my dogs is visiting. Go. Ready to go. Here too, that baby, come here. I wanted to show you guys here's my Chihuahua. Isn't she a cutie? Okay. Go. Yeah, she is now 10 years old, that Chihuahua. Let's see where we are. 3 hits left for a 320. And hopefully now I can finally see where I reset. Hopefully. It was, okay. I'm currently 1014, but that's down to 761. Yeah, so my reset was rank 253. If I can get any defense today, which so far I'm not, then I should be in the top 200, hopefully. Pretty solid push going. Yeah, once I get through these last 3 hits, I'm gonna call it good on the stream and finish the rest of my hits later. Let's see. Okay, this base here. I have doubts in my mind on how this will go. Like, am I gonna use the overgrowth on the other raid shower? I think I am. Alright, here's my plan. It's gonna be siege barracks there, and then I can get a good arrow from that archer tower standing there. So let's drop a dragon there for a funnel. And a nice arrow to get 2 sweepers, as well as 2 air defenses. It really doesn't get much better than that, actually. My prince just got forced. And I dropped overgrowth instead of poison, which is lovely. And my duke just got forced. This might be a fail. And hopefully not like something crazy like a 1-star, because it could be. Yeah. This is a little unfortunate how this went. It was a completely wrong approach. I can say that. I can't tell if it was trapped. I didn't see any traps, like crazy traps. Like black air bombs, I mean. This furnace might be good for me. If it can get the long shot, I don't think it will though. Another 1-star. Kind of unfortunate. Really, the only other good approach I can imagine is just directly into the town hall. Like, into the town hall, but then dealing with this side with the overgrowth. And then hopefully getting a good prince ability here. The arrow just isn't that great from this side. You don't get any sweepers. Bummer about that one. Two more hits to go for. I'll use gems here. Let's see. This double sweeper. Oh, now this base could be tricky. Something tells me this base has tricks up its sleeve. Alright. Wish me luck, guys. I think I'll need it. I completely missed that arrow. That is a huge whiff. But it's okay. I got winner events. I think that's something I can at least work with. Drop the duke on this side. Probably gonna need to get a nice stun blaster here for this to go through. Just just like that. That's a forced orb because of air bombs. Yeah, I think the other hit that I missed just now where my orb got forced was due to enemy headhunters, which cost me. Now the question is whether I get this revenge shower or not, because it's obviously the last threat. A couple dragons and dragon riders to distract, and the furnace is going. Got him. Last hit going in. Oh, now this looks really easy. The air defenses are a little asymmetrical, but that's fine. I think really what I need for this to triple is to get a good arrow through the sweepers. And that's all. Controlling the backside properly might be important as well. Let's drop the Duke. Nice tornado, bro. Yeah, this overgrowth has to go there. I don't know what the heck happened over here. This is not looking good all of a sudden. Unfortunate. However, I lost my ward and was obviously just not great. But thankfully I get the town hall here. Right? Yeah, of course. So what is this? I think it's 280 something. What's going on? Thanks for the sub. I think this is 284. $279. Where are we? We should be somewhere decent. I need really good defense now on the last 4 hits. I'm global 294. I guess that's alright, but I feel like I choked. I said this base was supposed to be easy and then I just absolutely fell apart. This base was really popular back in Town Hall 17, wasn't it? I saw a lot of people running this to stop root riders. Okay, what happened? Don't tell me it was the bomb hive. Because my warden's just under constant damage. Headhunters. The headhunters probably got my queen as well. Wow. There's also a chance that it was just better to go in from one of these angles, behind the sweepers, and focus on getting a good arrow to go through air defenses. And early healing Tome to deal with the poison towers. If I see that base again, I'll just try going the opposite side. But yeah, hey guys, if you've been watching this whole time, I appreciate you. I'm about to sign off now. I'll be live again tomorrow at around, I think, in about I want to say 18 hours from now. And you guys will see all my day 4 hits. I'm not going to do any early attacks this time around. I want to do all of my day 4 hits with plenty of time to spare at least. So, yeah. Have a great day, have a great night wherever you guys are. And yeah, take care and peace.